If working hard was the only thing you needed to do to get ahead, you'd already be running the place. Yet it's Slacker Chad who's seemingly doing none of the work and getting all of the promotions. We can get mad about it, or we can be inspired by it. Because if you want to get promoted and have fast career advancement, you need to be lazy at work. Obviously not in the doing nothing and stealing credit kind of way, but by using the high career growth tactics that Slacker Chad knows and is going to help you bring your awesomeness, your potential, and your promotion to life. If that sounds good, give this video a like and let's jump straight into it. The first way that you need to be lazier at work to advance your career is to know where to focus your energy. You know the saying that perfection is the enemy of done? Well, I say perfection is the enemy of your promotion. Obviously, around here, we talk a lot about being your most awesome, and the Career Bestie community is full of high potential overachievers, like you. What this means is you're slaying on all fronts at work, giving everything you've got, but people aren't noticing the way that you want them to notice. Maybe they're not noticing at all. So instead of getting the praise and the promotions and the pay bumps that your efforts should be bringing you, you're getting, which is leaving you feeling frustrated and undervalued instead. Why don't they notice me? You need to know that not getting the praise and the recognition that you deserve actually has nothing to do with you personally. It's that the thing that you did that you're really proud of either wasn't a priority to the people that you want to notice it, or they don't know how it connects to one of their priorities or deliverables. Because leadership doesn't have time to pay attention to anything other than what matters most to them. Their goals, their KPIs, their MBOs. Which means when you're spending time acing everything, and you're gonna hate me for saying this, but it's the truth that you need to hear, it can come across as wasting time, or as just work that's completely invisible to them altogether. So they don't even know you're doing all of these hours to do all of these things. Which is why I want you to make a shift. For the things that you need to do at work, the tasks, the reports, the little projects, if they're not on the radar of your boss, their boss, or the CEO, instead of aiming to be the best, aim to be mediocre AF on those things. And I know this goes against every fiber of your being to not give absolutely everything your total and complete all. But really aiming for good enough when it's something that's a low priority is in everyone's best interest, especially yours. It will save your time, your energy, and your attention to the things that are really important, that are going to be visible work that gets you the recognition that you deserve. And you won't be too exhausted, frustrated, and distracted to do the high impact work, which is where you should really be knocking it out of the park. And again, I know this goes against the whole hard work mentality and all of the other antiquated career success advice that you've heard your entire life, which I will be taking down in my next video, so make sure to subscribe for that one. But it also brings me to my next point. If you really want to stand out at work and get ahead, you need to focus on your unique impact. You have a very particular set of skills. But if you're like most of the ambitious professionals that I speak with, you have a teeny tiny perspective problem. Okay, a massive problem that's making you sabotage your own career. You're doing the same things everyone else is. And actually, if you have a pen, I want you to write this down. What everyone else does is overrated. What no one else can do is underrated, which obviously leaves you wondering what you're uniquely awesome at. And the way that you find this out is remarkably easy. You can go ahead to UAQ Starter Kit and download my free Unique Awesomeness Quotient Starter Kit to help you uncover yours. Once you know what your UAQ is, the question that you're going to ask yourself is, how can I use this to impact my boss's and company's goals? Then go make a big impact doing your thing. And when you find this unignorable impact using your UAQ and aligning it with their goals, people are probably gonna notice. But you're gonna wanna make sure of it. And make sure your lazy coworker doesn't come along and snatch credit for it, because they know the importance of high impact work. Which brings us to the third strategy that Slacker Chad has mastered. You need to market yourself and your accomplishments. To be clear, this does not need to be gross. I know a lot of you get really uncomfortable at the thought of marketing yourself, but it does not require that you endlessly brag about yourself. You don't need to make it weird, and you don't need to do anything that isn't authentic. In fact, you can brag about yourself without bragging. And this is something that I go really into detail to help you implement in my Career Glow Up program, because you can passively and naturally share your accomplishments without being awkward or having anyone judge you for boasting about yourself, which by the way is just really personal brand basics. And your personal brand does doesn't just help you get promoted, it also helps you get recruiters sliding into your DMs with top dollar job offers. The advanced tactics that you can use here is to get other people to brag about you on your behalf. Look, I know this is where a lot of people get really overwhelmed, and I would really love to be able to tell you that if you just go do an awesome job, people are going to notice it. But anyone who tells you that is lying to you. We've talked about this before, but I can't say it enough. Your reputation matters more than your results. You know you do incredible work. I know you do incredible work. And the gap that we need to fill is making people know about it. And actually elaborating from that brings me into the next strategy that we can steal from our lazy coworker to get promoted at work. And that is to prioritize making connections. This is something that Slacker Chad is an ace at. Like, if there's one thing Slacker Chad knows how to do, it's this. Taking time to build connections, especially with people in influential and decision-making positions, can seem a little bit extravagant. You have so much going on, you have wall-to-wall meetings already, you just don't have time. But the thing is that the relationships that you establish at work matter more than almost any of the things that you're actually working on. Developing connections, establishing a network of advocates, and building just meaningful connections at work is something that isn't just going to pay off while you're in that one job. This is something that can pay off again and again and again over the course of your career. For example, have you ever noticed that when a new senior leader comes into your company, they start hiring people from their last company, and they probably worked at the company before that and the company before that together? And to be clear, this isn't about making friends at work. I'm not saying that you should go and become drinking buddies with your boss's boss. And yeah, it's a weird tech industry thing that's even something I need to say. But I see way too many professionals who are underestimating the power of their connections and over-indexing on the impact that they have, when the connections are going to be the ones who brag about you. And Chad knows this, and Chad is very, very good at it. And I know that we've talked about being mediocre AF on a few things, but that's only going to save you so much time. And it can be really overwhelming that I'm telling you to focus on cultivating connections and to make strategic impact. This is where the final strategy from our lazy coworker really comes in. And this is something that Slacker Chad has mastered. Be prepared to say no. Notice how Slacker Chad never has anything going on? I mean, just look at Chad. Does anyone ever go to him and dump busy work on him because they know it's going to get done? No. Busy work is something that Chad is just unavailable for. So this is where you're really going to need to channel your inner lazy coworker. Because at the same time, do you know any powerful leaders or executives that are taking on busy work? No. Figure out what work you're doing isn't just low priority work that comes with low visibility and isn't getting you noticed or advancing your career. Find the work that is so low priority that it's no priority, so you can stop doing it altogether. You know, the social committee, proofreading team docs, and cleaning that mess in the communal kitchen that's driving you nuts. Thanks, RTO. These are all things that you can simply say no to, or just not proactively do in the first place. And since I know you're practically allergic to saying no to helping out with anything, I want you to go and watch this video right now so that you can get ready to say no at work. But before you go, if this video helped you, give it a like, really helps my channel, makes you my favorite career bestie, win-win situation. As always, my friend, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.